not even mean Bowers game for me.
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review, and today we're checking out Smart 10 from Martinix and White Castle Games Agency. This is for 2 to 8 players, ages 10 plus, will take about 20 plus minutes to play, and in Smart 10, this is a very simple trivia game in which you are going to be passing this plastic contraption around the table and trying to guess the answers to the question in the middle. So there's going to be a question in the middle, and there's going to be 10 different categories around the outside, and you're trying to answer the question and then pop it off to see if you are correct. But it also has a press your luck aspect, as if you reveal an incorrect answer, you lose all the points that you've gained for that round and you pass it on to the next player who has an opportunity to answer the same question. It's very light, it's very simple, but it's very good. Let's open it up and I'll tell you what I think. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to our big sponsor who's helped us on the Kickstarter, and that is Kyle, who wanted to say, "Hi Ricky, how's it going?" So there you go. He actually just wanted to say, "Hi, Ricky." He was not interested in how it was going, in fact, so I added that part because I, in fact, want to know how it's going. So let me know in the comments below. But let's open it up Smart 10, and I'll tell you what I think about it. Alrighty then, we'll take a look at what you're going to get inside of Smart 10. So first and foremost, we're at our handy-dandy rule booklet. It is one page, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples. It's very well done. Should have you up and running in no time at all, so big thumbs up on the rule booklet. So in Smart 10, what you're doing is you're racing to 30 points, and up to 3 players or 3 teams are going to be keeping track of their points on these handy-dandy little contraptions down here. So you'll just have to remember your shape. Are you square? Are you circle? Are you star, or are you triangle? And how it works, let's just get into the gameplay and the meat. So what's going to happen is the youngest player is going to go first, and they are going to be handed this little contraption, and there's going to be a question in the middle. In which field is the prize awarded? So Tony Award, Palme d'Or, Emmy Award, the field, you get it. Grammy Award. So this one's music. I know that one, so I will say music. Boom! So, put that in front of me, and now I have a choice. I can either stop, take my 1 point, and pass, and then hand it to the next player on my left, or I can keep going. So let's see. I think I can get the Tony Awards. That one is for plays. Theater. Yeah, same thing. So boom, get myself 2 points. Emmys. That one's for television. Yeah, Emmys is for television. Boom, 3 points. And Pulitzer Prize. That one's for being smart, right? Yeah, I'm not going to push it. So I would take my 3 points, and then I would go, right down here. Let's say I'm squares, so I'd start it down at 0, and I'd go 2, 3. Hooray for me. And then we pass it to the next player, and the next player's like, ooh, let's see, what do we got left? Pretty sure Pulitzer Prize, I think you're right. I think it's for inventions. I think it's for being smart and inventing thing, journalism, and the arts. So this person would get no points. This would get returned to the center of the table. And then the next person would get a turn. So let's just pretend we're playing a 3-player game. So they are looking at it here. They could pass if they don't think any of these answers are right or if they don't know. But there's really no point to that because you're not going to lose points if you get it incorrectly, assuming you don't have any points. So Man Booker International Prize, the Michelin Star. Is this for, I'm going to guess this is for tires, for cooking. So anywho, I would get 3 points. Nobody else would get any points. So what you do now is you're going to put all these little caps back on there, and they do have a satisfying pop when you put them back in there. And this is something in particular I want to show you about this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Get off! Nothing. They are not coming off there. This is really well made here. Except for when you need to get the next card, which brings me to this thing, which is easy to get off. So what you do is you slide it out, and then you put it all the way to the bottom. But before you do that, you flip it. So that way, when you get to it, it will be a new question that you have not seen before. Now, what we ended up doing was leaving this thing off because now you have to try and put it back on. And it's not quite as simple as you'd like. There's 2 little ridges right here, and then it's also, you have to try and get it in there. So, okay, well that time it was easy. But they do, in fact, have like its own little section because we were having just a heck of a time getting it on there from time to time. So we'll do one more. Who's the singer of the band? Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, baby. Aerosmith, that's Steven Tyler. Rolling Stones, Pearl Jam. Eddie Vedder is Pearl Jam. Freddie Mercury for Queen. Nirvana is how am I drawing a blank here? Nirvana's like one of my favorite bands of all time. Oh my gosh, I feel like such an idiot. Kurt Cobain. Duh. The Who, Led Zeppelin, no. Europe, no. Iron Maiden. Am I thinking of the right band? Iron Maiden. Nope, not taking a guess on that one. And then the Rolling Stones. It's not Keith Richards. It's Keith Richards is the guitar player. It's oh man, I feel like such a noob right now. It's not Angus Young. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one. I would just be happy with my 5 points. And then the other person would probably get that right. Mick Jagger obviously got the moves like Jagger. But anywho, you're going to continue passing this around the table. So whoever went first last time then passes it to the player on the left, and they go first. And you're going to do this until someone hits 30 points, at which point they will be the winner of Smart 10. And that in a nutshell, oh, in case you're wondering, 100 double-sided question cards, so 200 different things. That in a nutshell is what you get inside of Smart 10. Alright then, Smart 10 from Martinix and White Castle Games Agency. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First on the con side, this is a trivia game. This is a very straightforward trivia game. If you are not in the market for a trivia game, this one is probably not going to be for you. Just if you don't like trivia games, steer clear of this one. But I will say, I don't feel like this is a trivia game that is really aimed at playing on like game night or anything like that. This is definitely more of an on-the-go type of trivia game, as I'll mention in the pros. But still, if you don't like trivia games, this is just straight trivia. Another con that I have with this game is that I like the components a lot, except for the little latch thing right here, which is easy to get off, but then when you try and get it back on, you have to put it in there just like perfectly, which I did on the first try, of course. But needless to say, if you're taking this out to a bar, you're not going to be able to do it perfect on your first try because your fine motor skills are going to be slightly affected by whatever you're doing at said bar. But we did have some issues with this thing, and we just ended up actually taking it off and then just taking out the cards from time to time and doing it like this. Other than that, components perfectly serviceable. Another con that I have with this game is that if you go over 4 players, you're going to need to play as teams, which, you know, it can work, especially if you have like a kid and you can have a kid and an adult together. So just find the dumb adult and the kid and mush them together. It says ages 10 plus, but realistically it's more like ages, I don't know, 16, 17, 18 plus. I think they are going to do better with this game because obviously you compile more knowledge as you live longer. But that's kind of an issue with most trivia games, so I'm not really going to ding it too much for that because it's kind of hard to make a trivia game where it's even playing field for everybody who's different ages. Any other cons I have of the game? No, not really. Moving on to the pros, Smart 10 is a great trivia game, and this is a trivia game I'm going to have forever, ? I just don't see myself getting rid of this for a variety of different reasons. First and foremost, it fills a niche. It fills a definite niche, which is something that is portable, it's compact, and this is something that you can take to a bar, no problem. And it doesn't even draw that much attention to you. Just, I don't know what it looks like, but you're going to be passing around the table. You're going to be guessing. You keep track of the score on the board. That works really well. Component-wise, like, look at this. Nothing's coming out. Nothing is. Okay, this part's coming off, but we already complained about this part. But other than that, like this thing, like none of the pieces came out. Like, look at it. Like, very strong, very sturdy. Okay, that's because this thing is out. All the problems are concerned with this, but maybe I'm just an idiot who can't get it on the right way. But component-wise, top-notch components. They spent good money for good plastic, and it shows, and that's why I'm telling you I think I could have this trivia game forever, because the components are that nice. Also, it's got 100 different trivia cards. They're double-sided, so really 200 of them, and you're not going to go through more than, like, probably 20 or 30, I would guess, in a game. So you're going to, and assuming you're not playing this on an incredibly frequent basis, you're not going to get back to the questions. Even if you do get back to the questions, it's not like they're those straightforward questions like, what's the capital of Antarctica or something like that. There's 10 different questions. They put it on the box really, really well. There are 200 questions and 2,000 possible answers. So even when you do get back to the questions that you've already seen, you're probably not going to remember, let's just say, you are not going to remember the answers to them. So I really dig this game. I see myself getting a lot of play out of this game. Never at home, though. Never at game night. Never with my kids, most likely, until they get older, but even then, I'd still probably be better than them. But mostly just for when we go out to the bar, when we go out to a restaurant, it's like, oh, we're going out on a Friday night. You know, we know we're going to be waiting for a while. Like, this is coming to me next time I go to Origins or Gen Con or really any convention, because this is a great sit around the table, play a simple game, kind of chit-chat. Maybe you can be on your phone even when it's not your turn type of thing where you don't have to put too much thought into the game. and they went for a specific niche, and I feel like they nailed it. In the end, Smart 10 is one that's probably going to go under a lot of people's radar. They're going to scoff at it because they don't know the company. They're going to scoff at it because it's got this weird plasticky thing or because it's a trivia game. But don't. If you're in the market for a game that you can take out to a restaurant and you can play and it's just really simple and not too much thought-provoking, Smart 10 is definitely one you might want to check out. I'm probably going to chuck the box because the rules are so dirt simple and just keep the game itself, which is also something I never do. But in the end, Smart 10, great trivia game. Really enjoy this one. If you're enjoying what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. If you're support the channel, click on the little Amazon Associates link down below. Buy anything on Amazon, throw a couple pennies my way. And in the comments below, let me know. What is your go-to travel game for when you're going to a restaurant or to a bar? For me personally, I got a couple that come to my mind. Zombie Dice, always a good one. Minus the Zombie Bus expansion, at least. I like Werewolf, but that one really never gets played. Like, I always bring it, and it just never happens. I have this dream of, like, everyone sitting around getting drunk playing Werewolf, but it's never gonna happen. And not like the big box Werewolf. I got, like, the one that Max Temkin did a long time ago on Kickstarter, which I wish they would re-release, which is just like this little zip pouch, which is great. But let me know in the comments below, because I always love games like that. Oh, the Mind comes to my mind as well, as long as you don't mind that the cards could potentially get wet. But let me know in the comments below, what is your go-to travel/restaurant/bar game? Something small, something easy to play, easy to learn, easy to teach. Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.